Yeah. Okay. Opponent not online yet, so uh, I'll be right back. And there's someone on the toilet. Okay. Ali is online, but my opponent is not yet. Ali is online, not RG Baba. That's why that was noteworthy. Because I thought, oh, he's online, but no, it's just. Wait, why do you see that? Where's that in the window? Oh, down here. I see. That's where I guess the white players' time and stones, captured stones, and so on are. Right, that makes sense. How are my chances? Well, I have to, I think, win 2 more games. On paper, I'm the highest rated player, but also at the moment, with the challenge and everything going on, I don't know. As good as everyone else's, I think. It's like we are all relatively equally strong. We all have about um, similar scores against each other. So in that regard, you could say it's, I don't know, 25 to 30% maybe. Just the basic, okay, I have to win 2 more games, and if both of them are basically a coin flip, then my chances are about 25%, maybe a little bit more if you say that I'm slightly stronger, but it's really just, it's like 20 rating points don't mean as much as like daily form and matchups and whatever. Thank you. And also since I mean, I started this pacifist challenge, but also I started playing double Hoshi for the first time in like, I don't know, 7 years. So maybe 8. I don't know when I played Hoshi the last time, let alone double Hoshi. Um, so there's that. Of course, my chances are higher if my opponent just doesn't show up. No, it's right. It's Thursday, 9th of July, 15:30. It should be now. I wrote him on Discord. Um, yes, I know. Crazy, you know? You can't rely on anything in this world anymore. If you can't even rely on me not playing Hoshi. Yeah, literally, there was a few commentators who commentated my games, saying, "Ah, we don't need to look at the names. So one of them played Hoshi, so that can't be Dave." Yes, I can adjust my layout just a little bit in the meantime. Just, just a tad off. And that's why that is the last time I remember playing Hoshi last year in the German Championship yeah, in the German Championship qualifier, right? Um, I actually played Hoshi uh, just to throw off the commentator. Throwing for content, no, I mean playing Hoshi is not a throw. Anyway, mm, let's solve some Tsumego while I wait. I don't know. It's like I don't know really know what to do. He's 6 minutes late already. In Germany, that's unless you're talking about the German trains, 6 minutes is like 5 hours. I don't think the qualification tournament has any rules about being late and no show because it's an official tournament, but it's not as like it doesn't have the rule set like the actual national team games, if that makes sense. So I don't think there is rules established what happens if one of the players doesn't show because I guess we just assume that they're all very interested in qualifying for the German national team. Otherwise, why would we play this qualification tournament? That we don't expect someone to be late or forget about this. Huh. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Woodpecking a little bit. Not online on PandaNet nor on Discord. But I'm not joking, by the way, when I say I'm doing some Tsumego in the background. Just not showing them because I'm not a Tsumego streamer at the moment. Waiting for opponents. Not what I like to do. Waiting for opponents. What else could we achieve in this time? But do some Tsumeko in the background, doopy doo. Shoop dooby doop doopy doop 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 doo. Shoop de doop de doop doo doop doop doo. Bow 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 bow. If you know what I mean. Da, 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 da. Germany's next top qualifier. Well, thank you. Right now, I'm hoping mostly that my opponent is actually showing up. See, I already have this feeling. Should I go online right when the match is supposed to start? Or should I wait until my opponent writes me that they're online? Usually I do the latter. And today I thought, nah, come on. I'm not going to have to wait. You should sometimes trust your gut, I guess. Ba 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 do do do. Boom 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 boom. Boop, 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 boop. What was this problem again? Challenge during this game as well? No, the otherwise you would see it. The challenge really is I guess most at least for right now, where the challenge is relatively limiting. Uh, it's going to be Fox only. If I decide to do more training games, not qualification games, but training games that are really just for training, I might do the challenge in these games as well. But for now, it really is just if you don't see the challenge overlay, it's not the challenge. I mean, I will try to apply some of the things, but no. I will still try to, in general, apply it, but I won't. It won't count towards the challenge, and I won't limit myself with the levels there. Um, but in general, in general, the whole summer is meant to be under that umbrella. Um, and as you saw in several games, that does not mean that the game becomes boring, because to make a game boring, it always needs two players. And even then, depends on your definition of boring. Some players really tend to like the end game struggles. Of course, most viewers want blood, so that's an additional challenge, streaming this whole thing. You don't only have to go against your own inner aggression, you also have to go against the aggression of chat. Hmm. Well, yeah, so I mean, I can't really start a game in this time because, if your opponent appears, like, I don't know, I could do some, I don't know, end game training or whatever, I guess. But that's also not ideal just before a game, so I don't know. Um, what to do, what to do. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Ah, online. Okay, there we go. I think in this time I could have gone to the toilet too. Just be Okay. Eh. All right. Why? He says he's ready. Do I not have him as? I'm like, there we go. Okay. We have 19 by 90, Nigiri, no handicap, 60 minutes, Canadian Biomi, 10 minutes. Wait, 10 minutes? Was it 10 minutes? I think it was 20 minutes of 25 stones, right? Uh, okay. I will challenge. Oh, and let me switch on coordinates. Which variation do we want to have here? If I play this one, and then we just get this co-variation. Hmm, sure. Oh, he does just play this one. I'm not sure which way. I think you're just supposed to play here, or this one even. This one, so that the Hani on the outside doesn't become center, I think is the more appropriate move here. When he usually plays. Oh, I think I even remember that this is his usual response. That's here, what we call old people go. Yeah. Hmm. Maybe he doesn't like the variation with the ko. I could kick here, but nah, let's just back off again. Okay, now we could kick and counter and pincer. We could also just pincer. Let's just pincer. I don't feel like kicking and making him stronger. Oh, that way. Okay. I don't mind that at all. Huh, that's a variation. Hmm. What are you supposed to do here, actually? Are you supposed to play the empty triangle here? Think. Hmm. Hmm. No, because he can't just push in, so it doesn't really. Let's just make a base. I don't know about the turn at C18, how big that is. Um, I guess right now it's just not that big. It gives black some more shape, but I might just respond with C11. Maybe if black plays C12. Hmm. But even then, hmm, not sure. Okay, so he does approach my two stones here. I could invade and counterattack, but I can also just play here, grow my own. I mean, I could also defend here, because otherwise black gets to press down a bit. It also hurts this though. If I do this, he might also just play R4 and O3. Could play R4 and P5, but he could just play Q6 to begin with. He could counter Pinsay, he could build the top right. Hmm. Let's see. The pure value of C18, if I play it, black still gets to Hane and connect and send. Well, that's not quite senti, huh? Yep. I mean, I know my opponent too well. I know that he's going to do this, and if I played more Hoshi, then I also would also know that he does this. I think I maybe just jump here. Or I just make a base like this. But that either way leaves this open, I think. So I might also just not play there at all. Maybe I just invade here, make a base here. I could also play here, make the same base, but better. If he bumps. He plays R15, push, jump, corner, make him stronger on the outside. But yeah, I was saying if I play C18, it's not necessarily senti for black to play C19, but it's most likely more likely going to be black senti. So then I would maybe get like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points up to here. While if black pushes in, then either at some point I block. Um, then black gets to one more point here, and I only keep 5 points. instead of the 8, so that's 4 points worth for me. Or black gets to Hane connect, and we descend, and it's 2 points, and 5 more for black. Ah, that one. I forgot about that option. Um, so that's what I said, 5 for black. So that's 3 points better for black versus 8 points better for white. Um, so that's 11 points. So between 4 and 11, that's 7.5 points. Okay, so this is basically a 7.5 point move. And if it doesn't severely weaken or strengthen something, it's not worth it. Ah, that one, yeah. Oh God, how do you do this? How is this usually going? Maybe in this case, because he already has this outside stone, it's actually better to just play here and just extend here and just make small life in the corner. As if I now go out at R15 and white and black plays R17 and I push and black just plays S13, then black is pretty strong on both sides and I just have a weak group. Hmm. I could also bump here once, but that also makes black a little bit stronger on the outside. However, if I play here now, black gets to bump here for free. So maybe it's just a center exchange. Now extend, black gets to extend. If I Hane, he gets the tiger mouth. Not sure about that. Yeah. S14. I guess I need to play Hoshi more and then play S14 myself because that's just not on my radar. Okay, interesting choice. Um, Now, of course, I don't really want to invade here anymore. Although there is this push and cut here. Hmm. Push and cut is kind of sent, eh? I don't think I ever want to cut another way. I don't think I want to play Q15 because mm, that's just captured in a net easily. This is also why I didn't want to Hane here, so that this black shape here doesn't get um, easy shape. Yeah. Mm, Now, this is just center exchanges. The question is, should I immediately fight? My corner's alive. He does get Q18 in center, but otherwise my corner is alive. My top side is still flexible. My bottom right side, same. His black groups are similar, so it would be like more like an equal fight, I would say. If I don't save the stone, it seems maybe slightly too easy for black to proceed. Hang on, he could P13. I can't escape from that. Okay, so then the question is, if I extend towards Q13, that center enforces black to play Q12, and then I could jump out. Is that a good exchange, though? Or would I rather play P14 and then next threaten something like Q11? I prefer this just because this way I keep more liberties on my two stones. The other way I keep three and I need to add another move. Here, there's no way that black plays that takes away a liberty because Q13 is not really an option. um, Now, as follow-up, assuming that black just plays something on the top side, like, I don't know, N16, could attach. At some point, Q12 and black just getting the tiger mouth. I think Q11 is the follow-up there. Then black plays Q12. I cover. Black cuts. Black cuts. And that stone is just lost unless I extend it, in which case black gets to play the Atari. And extend. I think I need a bit more strength with these two stones before I can do Q11 and then cover. Of course, as Q11 happens, black could also choose to play Q10 as an answer. So maybe Q11 is just not the choice here. Okay, so maybe I just play P12 here. Because playing O14 doesn't feel like a good exchange. Playing N13 leaves the cut, which this black can just take immediately. Can black? But even if not, it just leaves the weakness, and not a fan of that. Again, I don't think the attachment here is the greatest thing, so I'd rather play here than threaten the peep, or just threaten to jump again. Again, my bottom right group, if I play S5, then I have one eye on this side and I threaten a second eye in the corner, so it essentially has one eye already. Potential eye space on the towards the right side, the right top side, and escape. So I need to make sure that It's not completely surrounded. That would be bad. But as long as it's not completely surrounded and I still have an escape, this group is also fine. M3 is potentially getting a bit weak then, though. Hmm. My top two stones. Since Q18 is Sente, I don't really have any N18 Sente moves. Need to be a bit careful with that. The bump at Q12 is still essentially Sente in this kind of position. So if black plays O14, I can jump because I still have the bump. If he jumps and I peep and he ignores it this direction, I do have, I suppose, a ko on the right side. In terms of territory, the top left corner really doesn't belong to anyone. The bottom left corner doesn't really belong to anyone. I guess both belong a little bit more to me than to black. Oh, also black can totally jump in at B18, but I didn't consider that because it was also about group strength. But yeah, there's also B18. That's option. That's an option that I for some reason didn't consider yet. Mm. But then it's similar to just extending and ignoring them. Well, it's not quite similar, no, because you didn't show in yet. Okay. But yeah, I mean, the left corners are mostly a wash. It's more about both have some side territory. Then black has the slightly more sizable corner than I have in the top right. Then I guess the right sides are about the same size in terms of territory. So I have the top side, but not really because it's a more weak group than territory, and bottom side is also M3 is weak. I do have Komi. Yeah. I guess top right plus Komi is about the bottom right corner. So it's literally just about how weak are my top and bottom sides. How much can I make points of that, and how much can the opponent make points of attacking those? And of course, the top right fight in general. Oh, is something like 0.18 incentive for black? S18, S19 extend. Yeah, 0.18 is actually sent against the corner, I suppose. Then the best I could get is a ko. Hmm. What if I jump to M15 first? Then if extend. Hmm. Then if black extends and I Hane, then there's the cut, which I don't know if I can really make use of. If I just jump to N13 now, and black jumps to M15, I would jump to K15. If you play this in the extension and I bump here, then it's a bit too much if I try to kill. I could just play the diagonal. And then if he extends, then the bump is still center. The diagonal does hurt my group here a bit though. I could get surrounded. Hmm. Okay. I'm okay with that version of the story. In that case, I can push one more time. And then if extend, then I can play the diagonal anyway. If jump, then there's a clear weakness here with the cut, which I could just use like this. And then cut here immediately because he cannot push me here. So I think this makes sense. Again, this peep doesn't really do anything. I can just play here and threaten to Hane here. So he has to do it this way. Then we escape this way. Break the dragon jump. He turns immediately though. Hmm. Tempted to jump on top, but my middle group is getting weak and my right side group is also getting weaker. Hmm. My top side still has some options, even if black now gets to Hane, I would not jump and still play here and still threaten to peep. If he extends, I will knights move out here. When if turn, I can jump. When if extend, I can play the diagonal. Because the weaknesses here are no problem, I believe. Still thanks to that one at the moment, I think. Also, I think the peep never really worked because of my shape weaknesses here, so there's that. He could maybe choose to play. Okay, no, he chooses to just play there. That way. I suppose the peep at Q9 would be too much, huh? But this way, I. Interesting. Looking at maybe the double peep at Q7. That S5 would negate that one to the right side. But this one does allow black to maybe cross attach. Then I make shape, so I don't know about that. So even here, if he pushes and I block, no, he can't do this, but then this one is center. I mean, if I get this and then I jump into, okay, now the corner is safe even then. At least in Ko. If I get to play N5, then the cross attach does not exist anymore. Because that would make the O5 cut be a silver Atari into the tiger mouth. Which in this case for sure is not better than the AI move. Someone get that reference? Because N5 would be, I guess you could cross Attach? No, that wouldn't change anything about that shape. Yeah, and 5 would be nice because it also kind of it helps M3 and it also in that sense kind of builds the bottom side. And it makes S5 a lot more forcing against the corner. But again, right now, because there's still M2 and even the ko in the corner, that S5 is not not forcing enough. Maybe it's big enough to also save R8. It's not forcing enough against the corner. It would essentially make life though if white doesn't, if black ignores. Say he plays the tiger move. If he plays the tiger move, do I peep immediately at Q9? Is there any world where I want any other peep? The only option I see is that it makes, if I han it towards the tiger mouth, then there's the O7 peep. But do I han it there in the first place? Do I han it? If I han it, that could even cut. But the cut seems like a bit much. Uh-huh. So we are doing this right away. So he gets to capture that stone if he wants to. But there's also still a lot of RG with it left, I believe. If I were to save that stone and black cuts me, I need to connect. Hmm. I think I prefer what I get from this. Okay. This way, though? Fascinating. Um, hmm. I don't think if I wedged, if I wedged here, I wedge, hmm, black just a tarish on top. Huh, interesting. Hmm. Hmm. It's giving me a choice. I don't like that. What am I going to do here? All right, what really matters? It matters that I don't die with my group in the center or my stick on the bottom right. The stone at R8 is RG. Can I make use of it immediately? If not, I should just ignore it for now. Or alternatively, I could save it in center, I suppose. I could peep. I could simply peep at O9 and then play R7. Problem is if I peep and then play R7 immediately, can black just ignore to surround me? Maybe. If I wedged first, it's kind of, even if black then blocks at Q9 and I connect and black connects, not like I can really cut. So it would amount to the same thing. If I play Q12 now and get black to answer passively in some way, does that help me? Does not really appear so. Hmm. Yeah, I think if I play R7 now, black just ignores to play, well, to play something like M10. Or is that shape too thin? In any case, I think this is just some kind of reverse center, so or can I jump further ahead? Hmm. This one is also threatening the Hane at L13. And if Black Hane's back, then the question is if the counter cut becomes an option. That would be quite the brutal option here. Also, the thing is, I want R7, but I also don't want it because I could play S5, but I also want to play S4 and Q4 and O4. So I played S4 and Q4 and O4. And then I first want to extend to N4. And then next I would save that stone with S6. But S6 is not sent. I guess I could extend down. No, that would be Sente. Okay, so that is maybe then better. Um, mhm. So he does that. He does it this way. Now I have to decide again because now it matters. Uh, because he took away my side potential there. But I'm also building my bottom side a bit more. Do I now play S5 or do I play this plan with S4 and so on? That is a big question. I could play M5, but that would leave me with some shape weaknesses for sure. Hmm. I'm very curious about how to handle R8 later because I could have saved it immediately, but I don't think I could have. So, was there a way to do it? And if so, how? What was the best way? Meanwhile, what's the best way now is what I should focus on. Hane, and then play the attire and play the attire and extend. I do have very strong shape. Hmm. On the bottom side. Is that worth giving up all the arches? Is that worth... Well, I guess, okay, I should let go of... That's actually another thing. I should mark this. Because I like to do that. I like to hold on to opponents' weaknesses at the cost of my own. Just to get a little bit more, but then I'm weaker and the little bit more is actually not worth it. So Hane, Atari, Atari extend, and I would just be safe with my group with solid shape and build something on the bottom side. Just going to do that so that I don't fall back completely in time. Now that Blake got a lot stronger here. That being said, there's still an invasion here, so there's that. Hmm. I do have. Yeah, no, he does this one. I have my middle group here still. Actually, I do have some potential options here, maybe. Peep, peep. If I peeped here, and black just plays here, and I push, and then cut here. Is there something that I can do with that? No, he can still separate me there anyway, so that's not really helpful. Hmm. Playing here so that I can actually make use of J14, and if he defends it, then I'm going to defend my top group, maybe just with a slide to G18. Keeps there. Hmm. What if I push and cut this? Could extend up. No, extend up is nothing, because the cut at M11 is no cut. So then he extends it instead. Extends again. The problem is that I'm not really cutting off two weak groups. Hmm. This attack didn't turn out so well. I lost territory on the right side. I don't think my compensation on the bottom side is enough, especially because that group is not even safe yet. Hmm. Hmm. Extends. I connect. He extends again, threaten to capture that stone. I don't see any benefit from counter cutting here. Yeah, the thing is, this is kind of attack is a neutral attack, first and foremost. But if in the end he ends up with a strong group on the right side with territory that used to belong to me, and I don't have anything to compensate, then I think this was just really bad for me. The top right invasion was probably the culprit in the first place. I can't, I just see that's also one of my issues. I just can't let my opponent have something. I always underestimate just how much profit you can get this early from the outside. Unless it's mine, then I underestimate how much profit you can get from it. Hmm. I wonder where this went so horribly wrong already this early. Was it really just the invasion variation was so bad and the cut was meh? Or did I just not fight well? Or is it just not as bad as wow, ooh, okay. Hmm. Oh man. Um, but I already behind in territory. Can I really sacrifice somewhere? What is my profit from that? Hmm. 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 H18 is still quite aggressive, so maybe there's something I can do with K14 here. Sacrifice the 2 stones. Yeah. I don't know where I get my territory in this game. If he extends, guess I could extend again. Or alternatively, I could extend there. Even capturing the 2 stones might just not be enough. Could still peep at L18. Hmm. The harness, I bamboo. He protects his outside. Then he kills me inside. Hmm. I really need to completely relearn this game, don't I? I have too many fixed ideas. I got to 5 done that way, but getting to 6 done is not possible the way I've been doing it the past few years, I think. Hence why I have this whole pacifist challenge, because I really, really need to break out of my comfort zone there, which I didn't leave for a while. Could, in theory, wedge immediately. Then it would have been better to play M9 after all. Or at least just that exchange. But the exchange is also a bad exchange toward the bottom side. No matter how we do it, you do it wrong. Yeah, I realized something that was also very true just for personality and everything. That um, the co that I lost in the second round of this qualifier, or not the co that I lost, the co that I won, but it lost me the game essentially in the end, was that if I had calmed down and just really just intellectually evaluated the co and just said, okay, this is where this and this, and there's this approach, so it's not even that. If I had been able to think about losing that co, let's put it this way, I could have won that game, and maybe even easily. But because I was thinking, okay, I was thinking to ignore the co, but I was also thinking not in terms of I could trade this as a co, but I still want to later win it. So because I want to win the co, I finished it immediately, and that made the game very, very close instead of being ahead by like 15 points. And then same with the game 2 days ago and during the challenge. I played a peep because I evaluate peeps as a forcing move, just in general. And of course, intellectually, I'm aware that the peep is threatening something, and the peep is only as strong as the threat that it does. But if it's something, oh, it is threatening something, it is threatening to cut off the stone and get the top side, somehow my thinking doesn't include, okay, but how big is that top side actually? So, in other words, I tend to not let go enough or not think about the opponent being able to let go. Which also explains why I tend to make too heavy shapes when I try to make Sabaki. So the real like a big topic, I guess, in general is letting go. And you could additionally say that that is also true for letting go of, for example, this J14 weakness that I really wanted to play. Even though in the same sense I'm giving myself more trouble. Oh, um that's very straightforward. I play this one now. To play here. To play here. Ah, no, I don't have this. I should have played this earlier, I suppose. Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda. So many should-haves in this game. And I'm still not sure if any of those are actually true should-haves. So let's try to still somehow make this game into something worth. Okay, if I now do this, ignores, I play this one. Extend, I play this one. Back extends. Yeah, I can't do this. Oh, that's a pity. The corner, though, however, right, draw 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8. It's a lot. I think I can't give up the corner. See, this is now I'm in a position where I would like to let go, but if I do that, then I'm just losing on points, and I'm forced to play this way, kind of. Even though I really kind of don't want to. Hmm. Because Black already has more territory and I don't have nothing to attack to gain more. I don't have any middle, I don't have anything. Uh, well, at least if I lose this game, then I'm out of the qualification and then I don't have to worry about setting up dates there anymore. But I can just focus on improving. Like something like 35 points. Something like 24. So I have like 10 points less if I don't count any points here, which I think is fair because this is more like we weak group and not really influence. Because he's so strong here now. I guess I do have this, so he has a little bit less here, but let's still call it 10 points less. Well, I guess I didn't count any points here, so if I live here, then it's maybe it's just barely equal. But Black has a lot more to attack here. Even this one he could play here and force me to play here. So I mean, I would say I'm probably like 10, 15 points behind, and that's assuming that I just live here. So let's gamble on that, I suppose. Mm, hmm. Well, that way, maybe I can now play this one. What if I play this one? I played this one. Well, I could just play here first. Hmm. No. Maybe if I played this one first, then Black can play there. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, but when he's even. Hmm. I do anything with the Q16 weakness. Hmm. If I push in and black plays P16, then I do have something maybe with N15. Hmm. If I do F15 immediate game, black just plays P15. Don't give me anything. Hmm. Ay, 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 ay. What to do with this horrible position? I don't see any other way. I mean, I was thinking about all these P15 stuff, but no, I don't think white is dead, but I might as well be. It's just as horrible. Almost prefer to be dead because then the suffer game would be over. But at this position, there's still way too much hope, and I feel very much compelled to continue this atrocity of a game. See, that's why I want to try to be less aggressive, because this is what happens. I attack, I don't see where my profit is coming from. I just attack because I think, oh, attacking should be good here, with no real plan behind it. And then I enter a position where I lose territory and I don't even gain anything. So I just fall behind for no reason. If instead I had not invaded the top right in the first place and not created that cut in the first place, then I don't know, the game is probably still fine. But like this, it's just not saying that attacking is bad. It's just that attacking with no plan behind it is not ideal, leading to such regrets. So where am I going to catch up on this game? Everything sucks. I do suppose. Nah, not even that. I was thinking if I get S6, if I get S6, then I don't get N2 and center because of my M4 cut. But if that cut was ever fixed, then N2 would threaten a cove for the corner. Either way. If I cut this, then black can extend to J18, and then I block and black captures, and then if I extend, I don't have a live shape there. Either if I play J18, black might get the idea to just play L18 immediately. Hmm. Then if I respond and black responds at H17, And I kind of hurry, and I can't make any use of that either. Hmm. Maybe I am dead, but like I said, like the game is just lost in either way. If I die, then I die. That's not really making it worse. Well, it makes it worse, but you know what I mean. It's like a loss is a loss in either direction. Maybe if I capture that stone. Capture that stone. Hmm. I guess no, because could play the honey and then play the Atari. Hmm. Ever since yesterday, I'm playing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess the challenge did what it was supposed to do. Completely shake the flow of my game to restructure how I play, which can I just extend first? If I connect. Is it makes no difference? Extend black connects. Honey, black connect. Black has full liberties. I push up. Hmm. Wait, I can't even. Oh, I can't even get that. It doesn't even work. Yeah, okay. After having essentially the best game of my life, somehow I everything completely is falling apart since then. Including my internet connection, it would seem. Hmm. Yeah. Just like my marathon training is entering the brutal stage, I think my Go training is also for the next few months going to be lots of ups and downs, probably more, lots of highs and lows, probably more lows than highs. So prepare to see me suffer a lot this summer because it's going to be very, very difficult to, let's say, essentially restructure my brain, which is basically what I'm doing with my challenge. Well, then you're in luck because, like I just said, That's going to be the status quo high. Nah, that's a compliment, okay, if you say so. Yeah, but I mean, at the very least, this game is going to be educational, I'm pretty sure. Because there's just more material for how I should not play. At least for the foreseeable future. I can go back, so for my challenge, the plan is to restrict aggression a lot at the start, then slowly reintroduce aggression when I'm ready to actually play it when I should, and when it's profitable to actually start a fight, and otherwise just not start a fight. Because, contrary to a popular belief that when you do a lot of Tsumego, you should fight a lot, I don't think that's the case. Also, just because I do a lot of Tsumego, that only means that I think I need to improve my reading. That doesn't mean that my reading is good. Just as an aside. But yeah, especially my fighting skills, meh. And trying to overplay a lot, like in the last few years, has not improved my fighting skills so significantly that I would say, oh, this has now become a tool in my toolbox. No, it's still, I start unnecessary fight and I lose games that I shouldn't lose. So that's the main point. Okay, so he does think he needed this. He did think he needed this. If I do this one, maybe this one is better now. And then black pushes. Then I threaten to play the Atari here, and if the extend I could Atari and live. Could of course do this one first, but that's maybe showing what I'm planning to do. An incentive for me anytime to play this one, is it? If I play this and if I play this and black ignores. There is this G9 Atari. There's also the J19 Atari. I suppose if I do this and I play H19 and black plays J19 and I capture, then there is still F18, and if 19 I can play E19. If connect, then I can cut at E17. So H18 is center. Unless black can play F19 immediately. Hmm. No, then I could push and push. Hmm. Ah, not even that is something I get. But I think still H14 might just be the best way. Um, is it though? 'Cause even then, if I get this and black just plays. The problem of course with black getting M18, it did weaken the cut at M12. The ladder is also working not. Why is everything I try is failing because everything works for black. The ladders, the nets, everything works for black. It's annoying. Hmm. Counterattacks, black being alive. It's like... And the problem is, even if I now find life, the game is just still horrible for me. So it's not like even like the reward is you live, you win. It's more like you live, you see to play another move. You live to play another move. Just extend and then okay. If I cut at M13 12, M13 12, M13 first, I guess that's the better way. Just because if black then plays the connection, even if black just plays J12, I can push, and then I could throw in at K12 and Atari and make it a core, I suppose. If I just pushed here and cut. Hmm. Yeah, because the problem is even if I live, then I get weaker in the center, and I didn't really even take away points that the opponent had before, so no. And also, so much for defender's advantage. Yeah, I mean, there is a word that is the same as in English, yeah. I think it's essentially the same, but with a few additional letters. No, Schadenfreude is what my opponent might be feeling now. Schadenfreude is more being happy about the problems of others. I guess at the very least I have a few liberties on this group. Like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 10 liberties on this group. So maybe there's some world where I can actually make use of this and counter. Okay. Pretty much the last. I don't think the peep is urgent to get. Um, Maybe I can do something like a wide net here. Would have to be a very wide net. Can I try F15? Once again, is the issue is that black is just alive on the top side no matter what I play, so that's an issue. And he just cuts and then I don't have anything here. If I turn, I suppose, but then then black just escapes easily as well. What if I jump here? I mean, we always have to say that this one is center at any point. If I do this the diagonal though. But that just means that, for example, a jump here doesn't work for him. If I play this loosely, not Bruce Lee, but loosely. Black and push. Push again. And this one comes with Atari. Ah, yeah, yeah. Maybe it needs to be the turn. And just jump. And just jump. This one. Stand. Push. Black just has too many liberties. Even if something like this worked, where now this one and then this push in doesn't even do anything. Just alive. Just alive. These are Miai, these two. Turn and just jump. And even this jump, it just works. The problem is that I really that Black can push twice in Sente and then easily connect. And if I play this, Black just jumps, and then how do I attack that? It's just so over. It has been over for a while, but this is. And you can, even if I ignore, you can just jump here. No, he can't quite do that. I have no idea. If I don't move, then I don't have time to even click the moves, I guess. Should have done the challenge, yeah. But I think this game kind of I have to go back because of course I didn't pay attention to it, but I think it actually did satisfy the requirements for the next level of a challenge, so that wouldn't even have helped. Well, obviously not because I got cut off, so it can't be, but hmm. Thought I got I mean I didn't I cut myself. I didn't get cut off per se. Huh. Maybe I need to add something to the chapter. Hmm. I mean, where am I making up these points? Even if I kill this, it's probably not enough. So, uh, the problem with changing something in your play and improving is that the rewards of your work always come like months later. So that's why I earlier said that the next few months are going to be suffering, not because necessarily I will suffer in all the games, I do that anyway, but more because I will have to trust the process that what I'm doing is actually going to be long term helping me to get to 6 done and Fox 9 done. And while I do have some proof in the past that, what I've been doing worked to get me to 5 done, the way from 5 to 6 done is harder than the way from 1 done to 5 done, I would say. And I'm not even, I mean, my EGF rating is much closer to 4 dan than to 6 dan, so at the moment. So there's still a ways to go there as well. And I mean, okay, I cut there, but then I jumped and I played pretty solid shape there, and I had my group on the top side. So maybe I should start with the other rule first. What's the problem in this game? Was for sure that I had multiple weak groups. And I created more problems with myself with the cut. Hmm. But do I change my whole level because of that one? How was the last few games? He still has this Tisuchi. So this one doesn't even work. Yeah. Can just connect easily now to the left side. It's like ridiculously easy for him to win this game. Hmm. Hmm. He just has more than enough liberties already on this group. He doesn't even need to escape or surround or whatever. It's like, I mean, he totally can. So there's that. Oh man. Okay. Can you play F15 and then play H5? Uh-huh. Do I care about that cutting stone now that I'm attacking this group? Wait, that doesn't work. Hold on, okay. Alrighty then. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10 liberties. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably more, but I gotta try something, I suppose. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shouldn't be enough, but what you gonna do? Replace. Can I do anything here with this? I would have once again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And black would have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, do I really lose by one liberty? Hmm. Sage. Mm, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or rather, you could also just connect there, then it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. Oh, that's a pity. I lose by 1 liberty, huh? There's not really any trap that I could set for him, I don't think. And it's 11, by the way, after I move. So it's 10 versus 11, so he doesn't even need to respond to my move. Uh, nee, 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 du. Because he has the big eye, I can't even dupe him into some kind of liberty problem there. It's not even some kind of co there. Hmm. Bedauerlich. I just realized that then maybe R6 was a losing move and it should be at. Oh, no, but because I'm 2 liberties behind. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, it's 8 versus 7, so you can even just Tenuki. Yeah. More of a chance than I thought I would get. Oh, well, hang on. Oh, because this still some kind of co, I suppose. And I don't really have any threats that are big enough. Fair enough. Hmm. That's not. No, I don't even have any local threat. Uh, I mean, even here he still has 7 liberties, so. And I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one is his, so yeah. Only 6 liberties, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is just nothing. Oh, I should probably download the game too. What? Um, Game arcade. So I successfully won 0 games this time in the qualification tournament. Yippee. Hmm. And now I have to go back because it didn't save it as an SGF because for some reason something changed with Pandanet there. Which is also very, very annoying. Doesn't make any sense. Why would I ever save anything besides? Um, Besides this, as an SGF, yeah. So I don't know, maybe after this one, I mean, this should be fine, but maybe just the simple move would be to just jump here, just make my group here stronger. Or at the very least, not create another group here. Because even though, okay, I just lived, so I didn't create another group, but I made Blake a lot stronger on the outside. And then with the cut, I made another group anyway, so essentially I did the worst of both worlds. I made him stronger and then I cut and made another regroup. So maybe here, also maybe here I should just do this one if I do something, because at least this way I create another weak group, but I didn't give Black more strength on the outside, and there's still some RG against the corner group as well. So that would have been maybe better, or just invade like this, or maybe just the jump that I mentioned earlier. Or maybe literally just this, and then if Black, I don't know, does something like that, there's still invasion, there's still RG here. This, then we fight, so yeah. This probably just was already bad for me, and then the fight here. Yeah, but he's okay. I think the fight here was just no bueno for me. I just underestimated how weak I am on both sides and how strong his group, how many resources he does have, with also the Q18 being center, or even O18 being center, so you could maybe attach here and get O18 and center, then kill my corner. Well, it's a co, but you know what I mean. Then also this maybe was... because here now all of a sudden I'm the one with 3 weak groups and Black only has 2 weak groups and his groups are stronger than mine. So yeah, just this fight to begin with. Maybe I'd really just leave it at this point. But then if I just jump now, something like this, and Black just does this. Because right here, yeah, white can't escape because this just dead. So that net works, but maybe this is good enough. Maybe I just let black have that, get some forcing moves from the outside somewhere later, just do this. Is that, I don't know if that's good enough, though. But maybe at least it would have been better than the game. In the game, I just got in big trouble. Also pushing from behind here, making myself even weaker here. Yeah, and then if I played this, I think Black could have just played here. And it's really this way. Well, I guess no, there is a lot of weak. Maybe he can't do this. If he does this one. But does he have? I don't have that one. He has a lot of eye shapes, so I don't like. He has all the liberties that we share. So I essentially only have like 7 liberties. I think he has more this way, unless I can somehow escape or make life myself. But I still think this was reasonable. But then these exchanges and then just being in go to here. Maybe I need to. But my problem is if I do this one and Black does this, maybe this is just the trade that I should seek. Should I take Black just sacrifice this, and if I get this, that's enough. And if Black my top group got in danger. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just bad. Just horrible. 55% accuracy versus 78, which 78 is decent, but 55 is just, yeah, 2.5 points lost on average. Though, of course, I tried some stuff at the end, but. So this was okay, so that was indeed fine. Playing this one would have been not good. Indeed, yeah, because he can push in, so that was fine. This was all okay. This was fine, though I can counter immediately, but that was still all fine. Even that one was fine, but this one makes it a bit easier. Okay, but that one was also still okay. But I should play that one. Connect and let him capture. That way, because now I forced him to make this bad exchange, so now I don't need to push from behind, but I can actually counter. Didn't consider this. But okay, this was not a horrible exchange, it just wasn't amazing. And then this would have been better, yeah, just because I give black shape, but in the game black had some shape, like this one in center anyway, so I essentially didn't get much from that. But yeah, then push and cut. The push, like the cut was then okay, but the push itself was already bad. I should just be calm and just help my own shape here. And then even just make black spend some moves here. Really, and then if I live here, that's bad, or that's -1. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, but then the push here, and then even I picked the wrong extent. I always pick. I have a quality. I always pick the wrong extent, no matter what I do. Okay, but then this one was also he should he can go further. What about this though? So is this just that this group is too strong and that I'm too weak here, so I can't do this anyway? Oh, and then I should peep here immediately. Well, okay. Because if this, hey, can block, cut. Whoa. And then I should push in here. And then sacrifice the 2 stones for simply. No. No, okay. Wedge, Atari, Atari, and just capture these. Okay, so what instead for black? Instead, black just blocks. Then I escape. Yeah, and then you just sacrifice the stones. Essentially in center, and then just make a base with these stones. But it's still black +5 like this, so. So just the cut was bad, or the cut was okay, but the push to then threaten the cat was not good. And this one, okay, but this one was also not good. I do need to play this one immediately off. Hmm. And then just have that co as a resource. But that's still black plus 6. So I think this low playout, yeah, no, it should be black plus 1. So I think the low playouts just can't handle this position. Ah, but then pushing from behind, yeah, that makes sense. I should just jump here. And if black now does this one, then I can bump here. And if black now does this one, then I can just sacrifice this one. See, once again, I saw this variation, and I thought, oh, I could do this one. But then I thought, oh, but what if this, and then black just sacrifices this? I only saw that black can then push through and break my shape, but and that was too painful, but didn't really, even though I kind of conscious, like knowledge based, I know that this is a good trade for white. Making a trade in the first place that where I have something that I lose. That's what I meant earlier in the stream. Is problematic in my mind. And yeah, here I could literally just cut this off, cut this off, play all the Ataris, and then just escape. Oh, this way? Extend, because you still can't cut here. Then if this one, now you can protect your cut, and then this is just horrible for white black here. So I could have jumped here immediately, but then, okay, this was the fine shape. This was also okay. I still should play. I don't trust this. Uh-huh. Okay, I can't review this game if that's what's happening. If this is constantly what AI tells me to do. Hmm. But I suppose this way it makes a bit more sense because then I do get this one in center. And I can play this one and just leave this because I have a ko anytime. Push in here. And then what I did in the game was fine because then I'm actually still somewhat attacking this group. If black takes this, then I can treat these light and just play ko threats here. Black now finished the ko, then I just lose this, but black loses more here, and I can still escape with these anyway. Okay, so that peep, yeah, that double peep. Uh, that then this was indeed a mistake. I mean, I knew this was either going to be a blunder, but I mean, if I play here instead, which I thought, then that would have been actually a bigger blunder even. So I just didn't see the right idea in this position, and then the game was already black plus 10. Black plus 10 at this point. And that was, I mean, that's essentially the story of the game, because then, okay, sure, I still should play something here. I should wedge here immediately to threaten this group more before black gets to play here. And if black does this, then I already got this good exchange. And I can play here. And then just like I said in the game, then the correct move is apparently to sacrifice my corner group. However, I'm 10 points behind, and can I really afford to sacrifice anything at this point? I don't know. And then yeah, then I shouldn't even play here, and then I'm just dead, and then the game is just. I mean, I found some ways here, but the problem is that yeah, black can just play here, and what am I doing here? So I'm not even alive with this part of the group, so the game is just essentially over at this point. So yeah, and then I should even push here, but then if this one, oh, I can do this. I can throw in. See, I can't even calculate that at the moment. So that totally worked because I can Atari from behind. So that I should have totally pushed here, but I guess then the game is only 18 points better for the opponent, so maybe that gives me more chances with the cut on the outside. But it's not why I lost the game. It's it's the fight. It's that I didn't that I had to make use of these weaknesses. And if I just don't fight here, if I don't even invade like this, if I just play like a basic move, even this one, which I said would be very big, then it's just an equal game, and I don't have to find special moves to make the game equal. Essentially, the game was easier for the opponent the whole game because um, I was the one who had to find the special moves, essentially. Yeah, whatever. Second year in a row that I'm not in a national team. I do hope that I improve enough this summer and then have good results in the autumn and next fall. Yeah, in the autumn and early next year that I can reach 2,500, and then I wouldn't even need to play this qualification tournament, which is kind of, I mean, nobody who entered the qualification tournament is realistically getting any games in League A. So it's more like for the, I don't know, for the CV to be in the national team at that strength level that we're currently at. But yeah, anyway, guess we rate someone. Smuggler today is playing Go actually, so let's do that. Okay, now it worked. All right, bye bye.